With it, obviously, you're in close quarters, so you have to have about a 10 by 15 workspace. So you have to be very tolerable of your colleagues when you're working. There'll be days that you wake up sometimes and you just don't want to go because you're irritable, but you have to get through it because you got to look at the job at hand. So teamwork is very important, and the more camaraderie you have with your team, the more you can accomplish, and the more understanding they are of you if you have a off day, where they'll fill in for you and they'll take up your slack, and then you'll vice versa do the same for them, and it just works so much better that way. Sometimes, you know, if the deckhand is getting tired at the helm, you know, and the captain says, okay, you get a little time behind the wheel. Same time, he'll sit down behind the computer and watch what you're doing. So you really learn a multitude of tasks from not just what you're going out there to survey. And but the teamwork, you just can't say enough about it. I mean, no matter what job you do in life, there's going to be some part of a team, and you have to figure out the weaknesses and strengths of who you're working with and use those because that's the best way a job's going to get done.
And how do you apply things you've learned before in other jobs, in other positions, to this idea of tolerance of team members, and how did that help you?
Well, my background experience from military and then fire service is that it's always been kind of a high-paced, high-energy, high adrenaline type thing, and to go from that high-speed thing to a little bit slower paced was a little difficult for me at times. And I'll be honest, sometimes I had a tendency to sit in front of that computer screen and go, you know, catch myself doing that, and that's when David, one of our other colleagues, would step in or you know, fill in to fill that time. But as far as working with the other team on that, from my experience, you like I said previously, is you find what they're good at and you use that, and it just makes the wheels turn a little bit easier. So.